so we have two teams officially out of the running for UAP season 75. Almost probably three teams, namely UP, Adamson, and UE. And looking at these teams, like, for the most part, they're not bad teams. But you can't help but wonder that maybe some of them could have better seasons. Like Jen, for one, said that Adamson would have a better record or could beat NU this season. So anong nangyari sa Adamson mo?
Most of their games are close, pero wala. At the end game or last 5 minutes, kahit they're leading most of the parts of the game, bigla na lang they're gonna go scoreless or without a field goal. Hindi na sila nakashoot. Same with UP. Lamang sila, tapos they just can't close. It's like what happened last game nila against UE. Last shot, talo pa sila. So, sayang talaga. And UE, I think, if nagpalit ng coaching staff or earlier in the season, I think
they can do a lot
do
more.
better.
They can have more.
Adrian, what's your take?
I think that Adamson lost Nuelas really early. That pretty much took them out of the running. If he were still there and he'd rediscovered his shot, maybe things would have been different for them. As for UP, what's sayang about that team is that they have so many veteran players. Like, they have 8. Yes, that sounded really conyo. That. I know.
150 pounds.
But they're like 8 graduating players.
players.
Those are veteran players.
Yes.
Like, those are the guys that's supposed to be carrying the team. And
By now, di ba?
supposedly, but it didn't happen for them. UE, you have Sumang and
Sumang.
and friends.
And Chris Javier's three-pointer.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
There's a lot of sayang. We've already talked about how they don't know how to close out
There's
games.
a lot of sayang.
But the thing is, I think sana they were able to gather themselves and realize that endgame situations are very important. They need to close out games, and they can take this experience this whole season and realize that they have to do better next season. You know?
So among these teams left, who do you think has the best chance of playing the spoiler or yung lason team na sinasabi ni Jen?
Well, actually, the 3 teams, kaya nila lahat tumalo
Yeah.
ng mga teams na whether it's a contender or yung mga battle na lang for 4th. Malakas naman sila, so they just really have to, I think, gel more and play together well. And yun, kaya nila talunin rin talaga yung mga ibang teams. Sayang lang talaga.
The game I'm looking at is FEU versus UE because FEU, RV Bringas is suspended by the school. They don't have Cristolomia anymore. As Jen just updated us that Russell Escoto has an MCL.
Si Bello, MCL rin siya.
Right, so that could be again, the FU will be undermanned. UE is coming off a win, so that could be interesting.
You still have Terrence Romeo and R. Garcia to think about though. But yeah, sige, that kind of levels things out a bit. Trina.
I think that feeling ko kailangan talaga nilang to find that fight inside them to actually finish strong. Kasi kahit na bottom tier na sila, wala na silang magagawa. But the thing is, they just have to finish strong and do some, like, give some pride back to their school.
Right. Parang last 3, 4 games na, like, might as well finish strong. Now, is there anything, like, parang ako nanghihinayang ako sa UP because you have like 8, 9 people who are just gonna graduate na parang sayang di man lang naka-final 4 ni isa. But you know, among these teams, who do you think has the most potential to grow for next year?
I think for me, it's UE.
Yeah.
Next season, I believe they're still intact.
Right.
Diyan pa rin sila Sumang and friends
Javier.
niya.
His best friend Javier.
Yeah, si Beleza, he's stepping up now and all. So, tapos maganda na yung coaching staff nila and all ngayon. Andiyan na si Coach Boyce, kaya niya i-motivate yung mga players talaga. And he has a great system. He has great assistant coaches. So, I think UE will be a lot better next year.
I think
if yung UP, nagpapa-tryout niya yata.
I think if Adamson could just find a center, I mean, they have Ingrid Sewa, who looks like an NBA guy if you see him in a
Looks
suit.
like Ron Artes.
Yeah.
Looks like
And
Ron
he's
Artes.
6'8". He dunked in the wrong
Wrong
goal that one time he played in Phil Oil. But, you know, he's 6'8", and they really lacked height, which was their only weakness. So they still have all their wing guys coming back. Jericho Cruz has scored 33 points. If he can do that, well, not that specifically, but like if he can score like 15 a game,
15.
why not?
stepping up. For me, importante talaga that they're still intact. Ang hirap to keep rebuilding every single
Right.
year. UP's,
Exactly.
mawawala na talaga mga 8-9 players nila. That is gonna be extremely hard to get by, but the thing is, hopefully they find the fight inside them to actually do better next year, recruit well, and start rebuilding year nila. But
Yeah, sabi nga nila, if you can't recruit, you can't coach.
Ngayon ko lang ata narinig.
Lahat ng pro coaches, yun ang
If you
motto.
can't recruit, you can't coach.
So while we digest that,
Teka lang medyo malalim yung sinabi.
well, UP has Asylum coming back. Jet Manuel, JR Galianza, Chris Ball, Raul Soyod. That's a starting 5. So you just gotta find bench players.
On the other
They will
hand,
actually score for them.
for UE, you can say, hey, we have Roy Sumang. Do you want to play with Roy Sumang?
Right.
And I don't think a lot of people will say no,
No,
thanks to
yes,
that.
exactly.
Diba? So that's something that they can look forward to. Adamson will, they're the host next year. You want to play for a great coach. You want to play for a great system. I think that's it. So, at least these teams have a shot at bouncing back next year and, maybe try to put together a run at the Final Four.